Hey guys, I'm really sorry that it's been so long since I've been here. I've had so many people send me messages, most of which I've replied to them. If you have a message for me that I haven't replied to, I do apologize. I am working on them. There were a ton of them. Um, but I promise you, I am not going to take such a long break anymore. Um, the main reason of the break was because there really wasn't much to update. I wasn't dieting. Um, there really wasn't much to update as far as my dentures. I still have my immediate dentures in, um, and so much of my life has changed in just the past few months that it's hard to really sit down and make a video, but I've got a new computer now. I am in a whole new place. Um, my life has really changed for the better. Um, one thing I do feel like I need to mention to my faithful watchers is that I am going through a divorce. Um, it actually really turned out to be a blessing. Um, so it's not anything that I'm super depressed about. I'm totally fine with it. It was kind of a, not really mutual, but we had basically become roommates. So there really just wasn't anything left. So after 8 years, we're getting divorced. But I am so much happier in general with life now. I feel like I am ready to move forward and not do this binge eating thing anymore, which is what I do. That is my main problem. So, with that being said, um, as far as my dentures are concerned, I still have the immediate dentures in that I got when I very first had all my teeth pulled. They still fit just fine. They haven't been relined in a while, so they do need a reline. But as far as uh, as far as doing like a hard reline or something like that, I really don't think that I need one. Um, I have learned somehow to control them without using um, any kind of adhesive. Um, so I mean, they're just there. I take them out to brush them and I put them right back in. I usually do it in the shower so that nobody sees me without my teeth. Because that is still not allowed, and um, for anybody, I don't even like to take them out for the dentist, but whatever. That doesn't matter. That's something that I feel is private, and I'm going to keep it that way. So, moving on from the dentures onto the weight loss, I am very excited to tell you guys about this diet. Um, it's something that I did back in April. I was on it for 18 days. I lost 18 pounds. So I, right about the time that I stopped the diet is when my husband and I split up. So I just don't, I haven't been able to really get back into it since then. Um, that was back in May. So the weekend after Mother's Day, actually. So since then, I've gained most of that weight back because I went back to my normal eating habits, and normal eating habits for me is binge eating, like eating an entire pizza all in one sitting, or um, just whatever. Anything that I want to eat, if it sounds good, I'm eating it. And anytime that, somebody else wants to go out to dinner, then I go out to dinner. Like, it just, whatever. I don't even care. If it sounds good, I eat it. I have no remorse whatsoever about what I eat, which is my problem. So, this diet that I'm going to be on is called the 5-Bite Diet. Um, Dr. Lewis wrote a book about it called Why Wait Around? Wait as in WEIGHT. And the premise of the diet, there's a very few simple rules, so easy. The first 3 days are the hardest because in the diet, you basically this is your diet plan. Ready? Okay. So for breakfast, you're supposed to have black coffee. Um, for lunch, you have 5 bites of any food. Doesn't matter what it is, whatever you want. And for dinner, you also have 5 bites of any kind of food. One of your bites per day needs to be protein. You need to take a multivitamin every day. And that's it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you eat. You can only have 5 bites of it. So you better make those 5 bites count because you only get 5. So what I've learned is protein. Protein sticks with you. So make sure that whatever you are eating is full of protein. What I did back earlier this year was chicken nuggets, actually, was what saved me. The first 3 days, they were kind of difficult, but it really wasn't that bad. I was working a lot. I didn't really have time to be bored and to eat. And the thing is that I was working overnight, way far away from home, and out there where I was working, there wasn't any restaurants open, nor could I leave work to go get something to eat. So if I would just take 5 chicken nuggets with me, then that's all I would have all night long. There was nothing else. There were no vending machines. There was no pizza delivery. There was no Chinese delivery, nothing. It was just that. So it was pretty easy to do it that way. This time I think it'll be a little more challenging because I'm not working right now. But I know that this works and I know that I have the willpower to do it. It's just I've got to do it. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys, hopefully pretty much on a daily basis, how things are going with the diet and keep you guys updated on the progress. This morning I started out at 246.2, I think. I'll check. I've already drank my coffee. Oh, that's another thing, the coffee. I can't do black coffee, and I'm not really willing to give up my coffee. So what I do is instead of 2 tablespoons of sugar in a regular size cup of coffee, instead of 2 tablespoons of sugar and pouring the creamer until the color looks right, I started measuring. I didn't put any I didn't put any sugar in it at all. And I only had about 3 tablespoons of creamer. Oddly enough, the color was right, and it tasted a little more like coffee instead of more like creamer. But, I could handle it. And so my coffee worked out to be about 90 calories this morning. And then for lunch, which I've already eaten, it's 6:15 now. Lunch, I had grilled some chicken in preparation for the rest of the week. And I ate 5 bites of that. And then for dinner, I'll have the same. And, if I want to mix it up, I can. It doesn't matter what I eat, but I learned that as long as I stick to something heavy in protein, mostly meats, then it sticks with me longer. I drink my coffee in the morning. I wait till I literally have hunger pains. I eat those 5 bites, and that sticks with me until I get more hunger pains that evening. The thing is, though, is for people like me who binge eat, we're not used to our stomachs growling. At least I'm not. I eat out of boredom. I don't ever wait for my stomach to growl. So, that's not something that I'm used to. And I figured out last time that I did this diet that it really took a long time. Like, I felt like I should have eaten 3 meals by the time, it finally came time around for me to eat again. So I'm really excited to do this again. I know it works. I know it sounds absolutely crazy, but it works. And it's basically a simulated gastric bypass without surgery. The gastric bypass patients, they get about 9 bites a day. So in those 9 bites, you you have 3 bites for breakfast, 3 bites for lunch, and 3 bites for dinner. And they tell those patients to really make it work. See my puppy? Her name is Lola, and she's cute. She's a little baby chihuahua. She's only about 3 months old. Anyway, so you have to make those bites count. In the book, the doctor says that you can eat Snickers bars for breakfast. I'm sorry, not for breakfast, for lunch and dinner. He actually suggests that you do, because one regular size Snickers bar is equivalent to about 5 bites. That's about how much you should be eating every meal. A lot of people will ask, what is a bite? Like, you know, how do you consider a bite? Just a regular size bite, not a huge bite that you're going to choke on, and not a little baby bite that, you know, you really don't feel like you got anything out of. Usually when I am putting food onto my saucer, because I make a saucer, it looks like a lot more food on a saucer. But usually when I'm putting my food onto my saucer, I load my fork up, I put it on the saucer, and I do that 5 times. Then that way I know that I have 5 bites. Unless it's something that's like finger foods, like chicken nuggets, or something that I know is only 5 bites. I know that there's like frozen burritos that you can get. Hot Pockets are pretty close to 5 bites. Those are kind of hard to eat though in 5 bites, because they, you know, the filling just squishes out of them or whatever. So those I usually will eat a whole one without counting the bites. Just because, you know, it's kind of hard to eat that in 5 bites unless you cut it up with a fork and do it that way. This can be an extremely unhealthy diet based on what you eat. You know, if you only eat Snickers bars for the next 2 months, then yeah, you're going to be missing some stuff. So I do suggest that you add some things to your diet. Definitely do not skip the multivitamin. No sugar drinks. You know, he says you can have black coffee. You can have unsweetened tea. You can have diet soda, and you can have water. Crystal Light. So those are the things that you can have. But I kind of wavered on the coffee thing. I can't do no coffee in the morning, and I can't do black coffee. I can't do it. I tried it with the flavored coffees, and it just wasn't working for me. So I know that that's going to slow down my weight loss, but I don't think 90 calories is going to really kill it. But yeah, that's about it. So this morning I started out at 246.6. I have already eaten lunch and drank my coffee for breakfast this morning. In the book it says to take your multivitamin in the morning with your coffee. That's also something that I don't really do too well. They kind of make me nauseated, so I take those at night before I go to bed. And I have done that for years. So anytime I remember to take a multivitamin, I will take it at night. So that's about it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I will be here, I promise. I'm not going to go away forever. And I hope to see some comments from you guys. And I will do my best to get a video up every day, even if it's just a little short one, to let you guys know, what my weight was, answer any quick questions, things like that. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks, guys. See you later.